It's Friday, it's Q&A. I'm here with Paddy to answer all of your questions, so let's hop straight into it. I have the first one from Ryan Talon, who said, do you think after Cristiano Ronaldo left, there is less hype about El Clasico?
So obviously, no surprise, a lot of questions about the Clasico this week, and there probably will be next week as well. In a short answer, yes, I do believe that. I believe that Ronaldo's departure has left a sizable gap in this clash that really added a bit of spice. The Messi-Ronaldo rivalry, of course, but not just his. I think Pepe, guys like that, we miss a few villains. We've still got Ramos, we've still got Busquets, but even he seems to have mellowed in his older age. We're just missing some of the drama that Mourinho and the goalkeeper from Barcelona, Pinto, these guys used to produce. It's still a fantastic clash, but not quite the same.
You just want more like eye gouging and red cards.
Just a bit of hand stepping or anything like that. Just a little bit, guys. Yeah.
You think it's bad now, you wait till Ramos leaves.
Yeah, exactly. So I've got one coming up next. Again, Clasico related, with Real Madrid having poor form over the past couple of weeks. Do you think any of their players will make the move to England? Some names here: Varane possibly to Man United, Isco to City, Navas. Also, love your videos. Get Onefootball to 1 million. Love your work, Clay Chapman. Lot to unpack there, but any players from Real Madrid to England?
To the Premier League. I'm not so sure go to the Premier League because of what the Premier League attracts. I just think they'll go anywhere because they're leaving Real Madrid. Like, Isco's unhappy. We've seen it. So whether it's the Premier League or La Liga or Bundesliga, I'm not sure. And not that he's not going to care, I'm not sure the Premier League holds any potential sway over any other leagues or clubs. Varane, I can't see leaving.
No, me neither.
He's dead, centre back for the future. Who's the other one? There's Varane, Isco.
Navas.
Keylor Navas, again, wants to leave if he's not first choice, but the Premier League isn't the obvious option. I'm sure he'd be happy at PSG or Bayern Munich or Juve or somewhere else pretty big,
Cool.
And yes, road to 1 million. Thanks for shouting that out. I will head on next though. Okay, we've got some quick fire for you.
Excellent.
From Soham Oza. Okay, current form as well. Vinicius or Dembele?
Dembele, but geez, it's close.
Oh,
if Vinicius could finish, it would almost... Yeah. But anyway, quick fire.
Alisson or Ter Stegen?
Ter Stegen was amazing the other night. Ter Stegen, but just again. These are hard.
Bale or Coutinho?
Oh, Coutinho, yeah. But even with the average season that he's having, Coutinho,
Suarez or Messi?
Messi, still. Suarez great, but still Messi,
And Ramos or Pique?
Ramos.
Really?
Yeah, I still think Pique thinks he's a midfielder half the time, so I'll still take Ramos,
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Who asked that, by the way? Did you mention that?
That was Soham Oza.
Great. On to me. And we're going to change things up a little bit. A few transfer questions. This one from Ellie Clifford. Again, Real Madrid related, though. Do you think Bale will move from Madrid in the next transfer window?
Wow. I think he would want to move, and everything would be in place if it wasn't for the fee that he would demand and the wages.
100%, I don't even think the fee is going to be that prohibitive. I think the actual wages. Who's going to pay him what he's on at Real Madrid right now?
And especially for someone who's going to be injured, and especially someone who, is going to be 30 in July. There's no way that you're going to go and pay someone that much when the resale value or even the value of their next contract isn't going to go down so much.
I think also importantly here, Man United, Arsenal in the last couple of seasons have been burnt by overpaying for players, Sanchez and Ozil for example, and they are not going to go into this with, here, write your own checks sort of thing anymore. It's going to be a bit different, and I think Bale, it will be hard for him to command that sort of wage anywhere else in the world.
I can't see where I go. Unless he's willing to just, you know what, I'm going to play my football, forget about how much money I make.
We'll see you in the A-League, Gareth. But you're up,
Can you imagine? Next up from Nino Petroci, I think it's pronounced. Do you think Lewandowski will leave Bayern if Timo Werner joins?
So some interesting comments out of Bayern this week. They've basically said they've sewed up all their transfer business for the summer already, that if their squad knew or if their fans knew some of the players that were coming in, they would be already quite surprised and happy, maybe even some of the squad a bit scared about their positions. But the rumour is that Werner is pretty much already on the way and a done deal. That makes me think that, to be honest, this question, I think Lewandowski will go. I think he's at the age now where he wants, and it's well documented, that he wants another move. He wants one big move before he finishes. And I think this is going to be the year, hence why Werner might be the answer.
Well, there you go.
Does that mean you just agree with me because you didn't debate anything?
I can actually see it happening, Okay. Well, actually, Actually, I can't disagree with you on the Werner if you're telling me that Bayern have said it's more likely to happen.
Yep.
Lewandowski, yeah, he probably would move.
Yeah.
I can't see him staying around to sit on the bench to a youngster.
No, I don't think that would happen in any case.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Next one, Champions League related now.
Cool.
Sean Demir, quick fire for you. First of all, who do you think is going to win the Champions League?
Barcelona.
Okay. Will Spurs drop out of the top 4?
No.
No.
Keep the faith.
Will we see another treble this year? I mean, if Barcelona win the Champions League, it's possible.
Yes, then yes. I think Barca got the domestic ones.
Does Man United have a chance of beating PSG in the second leg and going through to the quarterfinals?
Nope.
Yeah, I would tend to agree.
Yeah.
You're up.
Cool. Right, thank you for those quick fire ones. Next up from Nabs, who has said, do you think Pep will be able to win the treble if he managed this current Juventus side without any new signings?
So I think this is a bit unfair on Allegri. I think Allegri has done a fantastic job with Juventus. They've probably been a bit unlucky that there's been some fantastic sides like Real Madrid and Barcelona around them at the time. I also think that this question's a bit broken, sorry Nabs, just because if Pep comes into any side, it always takes him a few tweaks, a few ins, a few outs to mould that team in his favour. And I don't think, at least based, to take your question at face value, I don't think that current Juventus team would be able to play the style that Pep would want.
Yeah.
So no is the answer to your question.
He's gone for the treble. To be fair though, and this is no disrespect to the Serie A, most top managers who came in should be expected to win the Scudetto and the Coppa Italia.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So that would leave him one title left, but I know what you mean. It's not a Pep team, Juventus.
Exactly, yeah. Next one, again from Ellie Clifford. Thanks for your second question. Who do you think will win Bayern versus Liverpool? Fantastic first leg, of course, 0-0 at Anfield. Yeah.
On the basis of the first leg, I would say Bayern Munich.
I would agree, yeah.
Just to edge it. However, the fact that it is 0-0 and it means that a draw is obviously fine for Liverpool and away goals probably swings it just in their favour. I'd say Liverpool are favourites just.
I would take Bayern. I think there were parts of that game the other night, and I know Klopp wasn't particularly happy with parts of it as well, where Bayern actually looked like the home team. Yes, they failed to really capitalise on that, but then the way that they sort of, when it was clear that they were a good chance to come away for 0-0, they shut up shop, they did things right. This is a different Bayern team that we saw. I think you remember a few years ago when they really struggled under Pep to get past Real Madrid. I think this is a team that actually, there is a bit of a plan B now to Bayern, and I think they're in good shape going into this one.
Well, I think, and also if Liverpool play like they do, especially the forwards, I can't see them scoring too much, but if they can nick a goal, I still don't think it'll be too bad. I can't see them conceding lots.
Should be a great game.
A great game.
Yeah. You're up.
Cool. Right. Next on to some Premier League stuff. From Obalalua Alagbe. I think I pronounced that okay.
We're really bad at these.
No, I don't think that was too bad. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. But I don't think that was too bad. Who do you think will win win the spot for the top 4? So I'm assuming 4th place is written Chelsea, Arsenal, United. So I'm assuming that's City, Liverpool, Spurs, the top 3. Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United.
I think Chelsea, with their current issues, are going to pretty much run themselves out of this race. And then it's between Arsenal and obviously Man United.
Agreed.
I like Man United at the moment with the form and the momentum and this, the love for Solskjaer. He's bringing young players in, etc. But I actually think Arsenal might limp over the line on this one. Yeah. Just a personal feeling.
I'm going to go with Manchester United.
It's tough, yeah.
I think with Arsenal progressing further in the Europa League as well, they're going to be stung by that a little bit. We've seen it so many times.
Makes sense. All right, my turn, and actually onto a United-related question. It's a pretty obvious one. It's the question everybody is asking. Should Ole Gunnar Solskjaer be made permanent manager of United? This is from Hussein Patel. He thinks yes. What do you think, Matt?
Yes. I agree with you, Hussein. The reason I agree is because there's nothing to go against him. With the time that he's been given, with what he's done in that time, there's nothing in the... If the Chief Executive, Ed Woodward's writing down a pros and cons list, what would you write in the cons list? And
I think occasions when this happens, and the new manager always brings in a new atmosphere, everyone's happy, the old guy's out of the way, but it only tends to last for a couple of games.
Yeah, that's about it.
Goes back to mediocrity, and it seems to have stuck with United. And of course, they won't have this sort of run forever because it's been a fantastic run of football. But you're right. What can you argue against not keeping Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
There's nothing to say against him.
Nope.
Next one from Owen Lyles, who says, will Sarri be sacked if he gets Chelsea top 4. Seeing as they have a transfer ban, it might be hard to attract big name managers. So I'm going to stick with him. Now,
whose question is this for? Is it for me or for you? You're asking to yourself?
it's for you.
Yeah, so let me answer it then.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I wasn't going to answer
This is
it.
what happens when you present by yourself too much. Yeah.
I wasn't going to answer it. I was just going to add a little anecdote. But then I've realised I'm not sure it makes sense. So you go ahead and answer it.
I'll go with that. Thanks, though, Matt. I don't think, this actually transfer ban puts Chelsea in a really, really tough situation. Not just with their captain Hazard and all this sort of, ins and outs, rumours and things like that, but with Sarri. They're clearly underperforming. There's obviously, we all saw what happened with Kepa in the final. There's clearly some trust issues within the team and within the dressing room as well. But what do? If they get rid of Sarri, who the hell is going to want to come into a team that can't make any signings? It's a really, really tough one. I feel like they're going to try and give Sarri every opportunity to do it, but geez, he hasn't got many left, surely.
Yeah, if it hasn't worked this summer, then how's it going to work next summer with no new players?
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. From the Elite Eagle, who do you think is the best central defensive midfielder in the EPL right now? This is a good one for you. Lucas Torreira or N'Golo Kante?
If it has to be one of those two, Kante, and if it has to be anyone in the EPL, it's still Kante.
Okay, fair enough.
Even if he doesn't even play defensive midfield or wherever he plays, he's unbelievable.
Which is big coming from you because you would date Lucas Torreira if he gave you the option.
I think he's fantastic, Torreira. He's come off the rails a little bit, not as strong, however, first season in the Premier League.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kante's unbelievable.
Yeah, he is. Hard to debate that.
Next up from Hardik Jadwani, who has said, Ozil is still a key player for Arsenal and should be starting all matches. What do you think?
This is super tough. He's obviously come back in from the cold a little bit under Emery, and the same sort of Ozil that we've seen, he's got a fantastic pass on him. He can create things that other players cannot, but there's still that doubt on how he actually fits within this team that Emery is creating. I actually don't think he has long at the Emirates, if I'm honest. If they can move him, if they can get someone to take those wages off the books, I think he could go in the summer. There's probably going to be plenty of clubs who will line up and use him in a better way, or in the way that he needs to be used. But I don't think he's the player for Arsenal, under Emery at least, for the future. Yeah,
the problem as well is that he's a complete scapegoat. Yeah. So the second something goes wrong, people could be like, it's Ozil's fault.
Feel sorry for him
sometimes.
Yeah,
it's a little bit harsh on him. Yeah. There you go.
So we're nearly done, and a bit of a final quick fire.
Yes.
This one from Shivansh Verma. Describe these people in one word. So this is a bit of a different one, this one, which is nice.
And it's got to be quick.
Yeah. So one word only.
Oh, okay.
So not 2 words, not 3 words, 1 word only. Number 1, Cristiano Ronaldo.
See, that's what I'm going for.
Fair enough. Lionel Messi.
Goat.
Right. Kylian Mbappe.
Wonder Kid.
Yeah. Sir Alex Ferguson.
Legend.
Matt Frulish.
I've just used legend. My mind's gone blank.
Can't describe yourself.
I can't describe myself.
I've got a few words, but I can't say them on camera.
Could we just beep this out? Yeah. I'm completely lost.
All right,
You've really stumped me here.
Yeah, he's done well. And the last one, Paddy. I didn't just add this one in, but
you didn't just add this one in. Paddy. Without being offensive.
You're not very good when it gets personal,
Can you describe someone in one word? Aussie.
Well done.
That's literally all I've got.
We should probably finish on that note then, yeah.
Can I say pum for myself?
Sure, just for equal agreement.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, with that terrible end to the show, that is all we've got time for this week. But of course, we'll be back next Friday with some more Q&A from you guys. So look out for our community tab posts, where you can leave all of your questions down below. But yeah, that's all from us this week. So have a great weekend, guys, and we'll see you next week.